What's up, man? What's up with it? What's up, everybody? What's up, man? Appreciate every single one of y'all for tapping in tonight as we come to an end of a fairly decent day. Fairly decent day, pretty good day, I gotta say. Not really any complaints that I have about today. I got some pretty nice sleep. Got good amount of things done today. So I hope everybody else has had a good day as I have. And if you have, drop it down in the comments below. And if you haven't, then let me know why you didn't down in the comments below as well. Also, while you're at it, drop your not location, but drop your wherever it is that you're tapping in from. City, state, country, whatever. Because I've always thought it was interesting how we could all be on different parts of the world and still tap into the same exact program at the same time. It's like looking through a portal that you can't really reach through. You just see. So I mean, it's crazy how far technology has come with this whole social media stuff. It's like you can see pictures and videos of other places, but you're not actually there. It's like astral projecting, I guess you could say, in a way. Maybe not really, but that's like the best way I can explain technology at this point. So, anyways, today, man, we're gonna be talking about something different. We're gonna be talking about we're not gonna be talking about our normal, news stuff. Advice stuff. We're going to be talking about something different tonight. And we're going to get into that something different as soon as we hit 800 likes. So I need to get everybody together on one accord and tap that screen, I need everybody to start tapping the screen, get them likes up. And if you like what you're seeing, like what you hear, tap the follow and the bell button as well. We got content that goes out daily, so we do this 6-7 days a week. The grind can never stop. If you stop the grind, then you're going to get in the habit of stopping. You ain't going to want to pick it back up, You ain't gonna want to pick it back up. So and it sucks because it's like running, like when you gotta run a certain amount of miles. And you get about halfway done and you stop for a minute, take a break or whatever. What's good, Prayer Warrior? Appreciate you for tapping in. But it's when you stop, take a minute. What's good, Anthony Dewberry Clips? What's up, man? Appreciate y'all for tapping in. We chilling. Y'all already know what time it is, man. Back here, we're talking about something different today, man. But anyways, we're gonna go ahead and jump into this, man. We're gonna jump into this. These are a couple of reasons why we don't understand the Bible today. These are a couple of reasons I could think off the top of my head. So we're gonna go into this. Number one is we read with our eyes instead of in our mind. When we read anything, we read it at face value. We read it word for word, but we don't understand what the words necessarily mean because we're not reading it the way that we're supposed to read it, the way it's meant to be read. We're reading it with our eyes. You're supposed to read the Bible with your heart and your soul. You're supposed to understand and seek knowledge of what it means, of what is written and what is said in the Word. A lot of people don't do that. A lot of people just read it at face value and say, "Okay, I'm done." They don't seek for any knowledge. They don't seek for answers to it or anything. A lot of people they see it as a chore to read the Bible. I like to listen to it, and some people prefer listening more than reading, and that's fine too. As long as you are listening with your heart and your soul, the same way you would read with your heart and your soul. As long as you are listening the way you're supposed to listen to, or reading the way you're supposed to read it, you will understand a lot more. You will understand a lot more, and I promise you, it'll make things a lot more clearer too. Instead of just reading and listening to it at face value, like what we're all guilty of doing. Another one is the times and the terminology are different. Back then they used to use certain words to describe certain things. Certain words that, well, a lot of words, mostly all of their wordings back then is different. Shout out to Michael Subbard 32 for the follow, man. Much love and appreciation. Welcome to the family. But most of the words that they used back then are different now compared to today, and they're very outdated. It's like 2,000 years ago and so on. I can give you the reference. This reference that I can give you is when it talks about the beast at the end, in the Revelations, when it talks about the beast, or in the prophet Daniel when he talks about the beast. Um, the way that they use, the way that they described different countries, different lands, stuff like that, was each country, each land was represented by an animal. So Russia was the bear, so and so was the lion, so and so was the tiger, so on and so forth. So was the serpent, so on and so forth. It talks about the how the beast has the feet of a bear, the head of a lion, and so on and so forth. Right? If you're just reading it at face value, and this could be the truth, it could be the truth or it could not be true, which is why you got to read it with your heart and your soul and meditate on it and pray for wisdom and discernment. It talks about how it has the feet of the bear, head of the lion, and all this, that, and the third. But what it could also mean too is that each of those nations come together against Israel, against Christians, against people who follow the Messiah. That could be the beast too. It could be an army. It could be a nation. It could be an entity, made up of every nation that's of the beast. And it's just different ways to look at it. We tend to read things at face value, but we don't understand what it means. I've also heard that from somebody else too. It was a long time ago, so I can't remember exactly who it was that I heard it from. But it's crazy how we sit here, we read things, but we don't understand it. We don't get the knowledge from it because we're not seeking the knowledge. We're just reading it to read it, just so we can say, okay, we read it. What's next? We're all guilty of doing that. I've done that before. I ain't gonna sit here and cap. I'd be lying if I said I never did that. I've done that. Everybody else has done that. And sometimes it's hard when it became a habit or when you're not used to it. At first it's like a chore. You got to force yourself to do it. And it's the same thing with prayer. It's like a chore, but you got to force yourself to do it. And it's the same thing with anything, really, until you get into the habit of doing so. And it becomes easier and easier and easier. You want to sit down and read. You want to sit down and pray. You want to do all these things because you've made it a daily routine. Now you don't even think twice. You just do it. So when you read the Bible, you got to read with the understanding that there are, I guess you could say, hidden meanings, hidden messages, stuff like that you really got to dig deep to listen to. You really got to dig deep to understand the meaning of it, because there's parables inside the parable. There's mysteries inside the mystery, and if you don't seek the knowledge, the proper knowledge to understand, you will not understand. You will continue to remain blind. There's a lot of stuff that I'm still blind to. I ain't gonna sit here and cap. I don't know everything about it. I know what I know, and I pass on the knowledge. And if I'm wrong on something, I come back and correct it once I've been corrected. But that's why a lot of us, when we read the Bible, we're like, oh wow, this is gonna happen. This is gonna happen. No, that might not be what happens. Or it could be what happens, but it might not be what happens because we're reading it at face value in today's language and today's terminology. And we're reading it with our eyes and our mind, not reading with our heart and our soul the way it's meant to be read. So yeah, man, just remember, next time you go to read your Bible, just remember to read here and not here. Read here and soak it in, bask in it. Pray for discernment, pray for wisdom, for knowledge, for understanding, that you might understand what it means and be able to pass on that knowledge to other people so that they can then open their eyes and understand what the truth is. We tend to be greedy with certain things, especially if nobody else really has it or understands it. We tend to be greedy with it. We want to keep it to ourselves. This is something that should never be kept to ourselves. We should be trying to show as many people as we can the truth. Now, it's not your job to force other people into knowing the truth. It's your job to plant the seed, and then you keep moving. Like a gardener, how How you plant a garden. You plant it and keep on trucking. Plant the seed and move on. That's all you can do. That's all you can do. Plant the seed and move on. You're not supposed to water that seed. You're not supposed to do anything. Sometimes the seed may fall on cement. Sometimes the seed may fall on in soil that has vines and weeds in it that swallow up the plant when it grows and destroys it. And sometimes the seed falls on good soil. It all just depends, but you'll never know if you don't go out and plant the seed. At the end of the day, you'll never know if you don't go out and plant that seed. So with that being said, we all need to help each other in understanding the truth and where we come from, who we're supposed to be, and the amount of things that we can do with the right beings, the right knowledge, the right understanding on our side. There's a lot of things that we can do that have been kept from us because the enemy is afraid of us knowing our true potential. Because if we know our true potential and we reach our true potential, as long as we have the Messiah on our side, as long as we have God on our side, there's nothing that you cannot do. There's nothing that you cannot do. That's 100% facts, not opinion. There's nothing that you cannot do. And you can't change my mind on that. If you got God on your side, there's nothing that you can't do. So with that being said, man, keep your eyes and your ears open. You see somebody who needs help, make sure you help them. Whether it be a little financial help or just a little help here and there, getting up, maybe somebody fell, just basic stuff, Help them out. That's what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to help each other out, not bring each other down. We're supposed to build each other up. Positivity and enlightenment. It's more of what the world needs. There's not enough of it out there. So yeah, man, with that being said, I'm getting up out of here. Appreciate y'all for tapping in, man. Make sure y'all share with y'all friends, y'all families, your mummies, your aunties, your grannies, and everybody else that y'all know. Deuces. Tap the follow and the bell button if y'all like what you see and like what you hear.